The carnival atmosphere has already started here in Sao Paulo as Brazil welcomes the Formula One Grand Prix. The Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache has been a staple of the racing calendar for decades, and soon we'll once again be watching the best drivers in the world give it their all. The Sao Paulo track is beautifully designed to present an enticing challenge for teams and drivers alike. Between medium-speed S-corners, hill climbs, and the high-speed section after Junção, this circuit calls for cars to have a balanced setup to succeed here. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. So, without further ado, let's get started. Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. Practice 3 affords the teams one final opportunity to tweak their setups, as the drivers get to grips with the tracks every turn. Once they reach qualifying, there simply won't be time to think twice. Drivers will need to outdo one another if they're to climb their way up the grid and secure themselves a solid starting position for tomorrow's race. So get yourselves comfortable, it's going to be quite the ride. Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
Alfa Romeo are dominating at the top of the grid here, which should give them a serious edge in the race ahead. We saw a solid qualifying performance from Ferrari, and they're sure to have their chance to push even further during the race. And the weather is sunny here today, apart from a few clouds. Let's hope they remain scattered on the horizon.
And when it comes down to it, there's simply no telling what will happen here in the ups and downs of Sao Paulo. I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Here we have the Alfa Romeo. They're starting today at the head of the pack, but will they be able to stay there? And it's the second Alfa Romeo there. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And we're just moments away now. Who will win? Only time will tell, here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go!
Okay, nice work.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place. Oh, they've run wide. Like there's been a crash. Here's the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash. A position gained for Alfa Romeo. Is that a lockup? Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. It's a lockup, and that could be costly. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see. Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo. We can take a look now. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. And they get past, which moves them up a position. The driver's team there cheering them on. I think we've had a car run wide. Let's see what happened there. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They've taken that far too wide, and now they're paying the price. Mercedes moved up a place. Someone spun out. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And that spin is undoubtedly going to cost them time. No! And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame. Did somebody spin out there? Let's take a closer look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. They've spun the car. What a disaster. Look at that. They've run wide. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. They've gone wide. They won't be happy about that. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. And there it is. That's where they spin out. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Box.
Push hard now.
Sounds like a spin. Here's the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. They lose it there. That's the spin.
P9 now.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place. Oh, did someone run wide there? We can take a look now. This one involved Pietro Fittipaldi. They're forced wide, and they won't be happy at all about that. A position gained for Alfa Romeo. Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Goodness me, there they go, moving ahead of the other driver. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Let's take a closer look. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The car's just gone. And McLaren with a great overtake. Looks like there's been a lockup. Let's have a look. Now just focus on the Haas. And there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely. We've just had a car run wide. Let's see what happened there. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. Well, I don't know what they were thinking there. They're completely off the racing line. I think there's been a lockup. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
Box, slap, box, box.
Box, box.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Keep focus.
They've gone wide! Someone's run wide! Oh, we've had a spin! Sounds like we've had a spin. Was that a lock-up on the track? Oh, big lock-up there! Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo. They've locked up and gone straight on. It's a collision. We can take a look now. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. You can clearly see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage. The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Save fuel and follow data. Five laps to go. You can push. Push.
McLaren gain a position. Alfa Romeo just moved up a place. Seems to have been a lock-up. McLaren with a great overtake. Who's running wide there?
Last lap.
Over the line.
Surely an underwhelming result for Alfa Romeo's driver. It's not quite the outcome that Alfa Romeo were looking for, that's for sure.
Teams try to see the positive in everything, but they're going to have to look pretty hard after that performance.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.